Well, an occupational hazard of doing empowerment work is that you dream large dreams, and I am known for dreaming big dreams, and so I feel that our Empowerment Institute is something that I feel my greatest dream for it is to build the capacity of those who want to make the changes that our world is so critically needing right now. To have this be the go-to place for building the capacity to change the world, community by community, person by person, issue by issue. If at the end of the day your question is, which we say is the question to decide if this is the right place for you, whom do I need to empower to do what? If you have answers to those two blanks, whom do I need to empower to do what? Then if empowerment is an operative strategy to get the results you want, this is the place to go. And so I want those people who are, saying, yes, I am really wanting to make a difference in the world, make a difference with my life. I want to go to a place that can help me to do that and also be successful financially and sustain my life and my dreams and the sense of meaning I want in my life. That's what I see.
From the simplest sense, say a person reads the brochure or goes to the website and they see the 5 tracks. Then we interview them. There's a very thorough interview process, which is, of course, important. Partly to help them choose the track, partly to help them see really is this the best step for them. If it is, then they come to us, as David said, for 3.5 days. And in that time, a tremendous amount of information is given to them. The model, the methodology, interventions, just as much of the 25 years of our experience as we can give them. And then they leave us, they go back home, and very, very clear and I would say rather rigorous criterion have been given to them in each of the different tracks, which they have to fulfill in order to be certified. That's done with a buddy in master classes, which we lead this is all teleconference. So they are working really hard for 6 months. But then they come back for a last 4 days, and then that's a debriefing of best practices, which is very rich because they've all been through this rigorous 6 months. So what really worked in each of the 5 tracks. I'd say a very substantial marketing session, so that in the first 6 months the mantra is practice. Learn the methodology, learn the tools, practice, practice, practice. Then they come to us for the final session, and we're getting them ready to launch their businesses. So there's emphasis on best practices, on marketing, and then they actually go through the empowerment workshop with the premise there being that all empowerment starts and ends with our own self-empowerment.
I think part of what allows our approach to be so transformative and state-of-the-art is that we have built a very rigorous and tested process through which people change and transform and go to places they've never been before. What we have seen as our sort of core way of working is helping people go to a place they've never been before and get there. So if they can envision it, if they can dream it, if they can imagine it, we help them to get there. And we find that there are 2 reasons why people or organizations or communities are unable to get to those places. One is they don't know what they want. They don't have a compelling vision. And the other is when they do have a compelling vision, they often don't know how to get from where they are with that vision to a full manifestation of it. So our model was very much designed around not fixing problems, but creating possibilities. It's a possibility-driven approach. At the end of the day, the world grows incrementally. It changes incrementally. It's not something that happens overnight. Many people get frustrated because they don't feel the change is fast enough. But what you have that's most helpful to enable that change is the process of transformation. So if you learn these tools, this is the one sort of steady or the one sustainable thing that we know we'll always need, which is how do we create the next transformation or achieve the next growing edge, person by person or community by community or organization by organization. So we think that it is a sort of a core value or core competency that society needs, and we want to do our very best to contribute to that need.